And a good Monday, everybody. Welcome in Chase and Big Joe, 1025 The Game. Hope you're having an awesome day to this point. He's Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCabe. Dr. Crane Nick Frazier is back at the studio on the ones and twos. We're live today at the Mint at Kentucky Downs at the Circa Sportsbook and Casino here up in Kentucky. What's up, Joe?
Oh, it's always nice to come up here. A nice drive up. It's beautiful. It's a good time.
You've already had, what, 3 slices of pizza from Pie Rollers?
4.
Okay, nice.
So 4. So it's good. But I love the exit. When you get up, it's like a mile from where we are at Kentucky Downs. So you just get off the exit and you're here in no time. It's a nice drive. It's beautiful. I did not, my blood pressure did not go up driving up here. People were nice. I mean, it is a beautiful day. Time change. Love it. Change is good. So it's early in the morning. So we got this, man. It's going to be a fun week, and we got a lot of things planned in the next 2 weeks that we can't wait to tell you about.
Yes.
So it's going to be a good day.
We're not going to be in studio a lot.
We're not, man.
But that's kind of the point.
That's right.
So we want to be out and about with all of you, and even in other states. So that's what we're
More on that later on.
We're in over the course of the next week. We're going to be doing the show from 3 different states.
Yes, we are. That's a great way to put that. Yeah?
So
we're looking forward to it.
We are indeed. But I want to, let's just get right to our question of the day, because it's about the Titans and everything. I was at the game yesterday, and I have some thoughts that are both positive and negative all in one. But get our question of the day first.
So our question today is really simple. We love you all's interaction and love what you have to say. So the question is simple. Cam Ward, are you in? Are you out? And I know that's a broad brush, but we could dive down deeper into this. What does he need? Are you out on him? We've got half a season now. What does he need? Are you done? Are you looking, was it a bad pick? We want to hear everything you got to say about Cam Ward today, because there are so many opinions about Cam Ward right now that it's a little bit overwhelming and you're reading everything. So we want to hear what you think about Cam Ward. What does he need? Are you still sold on him? Are you done with him? What would you like to give him? I mean, there's so many ways you can go here with this being said, but I mean, I think he's regressed a lot, but the talent around him is pretty awful.
Right.
So to me,
the coaching,
I mean, here's a serious question. Has an interim coach ever been fired? Because he's terrible.
Probably not.
Bo Hardigree's terrible. I mean, this is terrible. I feel bad for Cam. I feel bad for this football team because the coaching is awful. But our question of the day, let us know, 615-737-1025, about Cam Ward. You still in or are you out?
So I'm still in. I can't. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to say they're out. There's a lot of people that are going to say he's a bust and give up on him and everything. And I just can't, in good conscience, say that based on all the information that I have. Based on that, okay, 1, he's a rookie. 2, his head coach got fired, 6 games in?
Yep.
He's got an interim play caller. He's got an interim head coach that don't know what they're doing. He has an offensive line that is still not very good. And doesn't have a lot of weapons around him. Now, I'll make some positives later on some of the things around him, but he just doesn't have a lot to work with. And so I can't sit here and say that I'm done with him yet. All that said, though, special teams and defense came very close to winning that game for them yesterday. I think it was as crazy as this sounds, the best game, at least defensively, they've played this year. I mean, I know they won against Arizona and had a really good fourth quarter, but, I mean, how many times did they sack Herbert? 6 times?
Well, I think they put a blueprint of how to shut the Chargers down yesterday, but I really don't think the Chargers wanted to be here.
Yeah,
I think they knew they were going to win. If they're going to win 3-2 or 21-6, it didn't matter. They're going to win and get out. Herbert is the real deal.
Yes.
That dude, some of the passes he made were perfect yesterday, but he's also surrounded by talent, something that Cam Ward's not. J.C. Latham, what is he doing now? I mean, he has regressed massively. Dan Moore should be charged a ticket because he just stands and watches Cam Ward get put on his bottom, and it's very frustrating. This is
well, some of it's on. I mean, look, Cam Get rid of the bleeping football.
I don't think he plays open, Chase. I don't.
Well,
think, I
no,
think it creates separation.
then roll out and throw it out of bounds. Like, I'm serious. He
right
is
at Mike McCoy's head.
He is trying, and I love it. I love the fight in the kid. That's why one reason why I'm not done with him yet. But it's like you have got to learn to live to fight another down. Like you cannot keep taking all these sacks because you can't get rid of the football. I get it. You're right. Guys aren't getting open. Even though I do see some positivity in Io Manor and DK. I don't think either one of them are a number one. But if they could be a 2 and a 3, if you get the true number one, then you might have something there.
Well, I think the offseason will be huge. Get a number one, bring in here, get rid of Ridley somehow, some way in the next 24 hours.
I don't think Ridley's on this roster by 3 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh, good. I hope you were correct.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I would trade him for a 7th rounder because get rid of that contract. And go. But what do our great guys, Derek Mason and Chris Sanders always talk about receivers, get that separation, figure out how to get rid of that separation between you and the defender. I don't think they've learned that yet. And when they do, they're going to be really, really good. But there's just a lot of working pieces here. But, I mean, some of the throws Cam is making, which have nothing to do with talent around him, are pretty awful.
Throwing at the ground, you mean?
Are pretty awful. And I'm like, all right, you didn't do this in college. I know you had some openings, but come on, man.
Well, is it safe to say that this organization's already broken him?
No.
Like, I'm afraid they've already screwed him up.
No. I think once they get a coach in there that can work, I think this offseason will be good. It's all about who you're going to hire. It's all about who you hire going forward and you surround him with. I mean, right now, they still got 8 more games to go. 8 more games of this nonsense. And they are 1-8. Was there any inkling in your mind yesterday they would win?
No. No. And look, I want to say I want to say this too. When I say that it might have been their best game they've played, I say that in saying that's how bad it is.
Oh
like
gosh.
That's their best.
Yeah.
I think yesterday was the best effort they could put. And look, these guys are they haven't given up. They're playing. They're just not good.
They're just not good.
They're just not good. So I don't want to hear questions of effort because I watched that entire game yesterday. There's effort. Like those guys were trying. They're just not good.
They're just not good. And with Cam having that, what's going on with him? So that's a question. We want to know where you stand right now in Cam Ward. And look, we know all you guys are invested. We all want Cam Ward to succeed. Well, this football team. I mean, would it be great to come in on a Monday and say, "Oh man, they're 8-2 and they're in first place in the division," and all? It's going to be a while, and this is not fun. But that's why we want to ask what your opinion is on Cam Ward.
Our question of the day is presented by Aries Tactical. Your safety, your skill, your Aries Tactical. Check them out at ariestactical.com. 615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com on this Reaction Monday. Are you out on Cam Ward? Several texts have already come in. Will in Clarksville says out. He is a bust, and we should have drafted Sanders. I'm not going to go that far, but okay. Mike in Lebanon says still in on Ward, but he needs an O-line and receivers and a tight end. Otherwise, he's doing okay. LOL.
Right. Anything else you could add to that?
Hair Metal Henry, you guys lose some money the first visit and trying the video slots to get it back. We might. Joe is.
Yep.
He also says Tom Brady couldn't have success with this team.
You know what? We're going to bring up what Derek Mason said yesterday. And it was so great on the pregame show. I asked Derek Mason, I said, you play with Joe Flacco. He's a rookie quarterback. Cam Ward's a rookie quarterback. What's the difference? Derek Mason said, you had Willis McGahee, you had me, you had Jonathan Ogden. He starts naming off these all-pro players, and I was like, holy cow. The difference is night and day between Joe Flacco had in 2008 with the Ravens as a rookie quarterback than what Cam Ward has in 2025 with the Titans. Even Mariota in 2015, what did he have? Kendall Wright, Justin Hunter, Dorial Green Beckham. I mean, was he there yet? I don't remember, but they were terrible. But these quarterbacks who succeed as rookies have great people around. Jane Daniels had a great staff with him last year. Stroud in 23 had it, and Stroud's regressed quite a bit, and Daniels is out with that elbow. But
that was, and by the way, that Dan Quinn, come on, man. you shouldn't have had him in the game at that point.
Counterpoint. Counterpoint to that.
Okay.
You go to a guy. What's the talk if you take him out of the game? You've given up on him.
Yeah.
There's a great debate last night
Yeah.
on our station on ESPN about then what comes out. Oh, you took Jaden out. You want to be in there and all that.
Well,
I know it's
and
50,
they talked
50.
and look, they talked about it on like Collinsworth and Tirico, because I think Tirico said, "Why isn't Mariota in this game at this point?" And Collinsworth was kind of like you, going like, "Well, what are you going to do? The kid's been out injured. You know, you want to get him into a rhythm and everything. You're going to go to him and say, "Hey, we're getting our ass kicked. We're going to pull you."
And what does the competitor say?
Yeah, no,
Hell no.
yeah.
Keep
No.
me in
So
there.
I get it. I get
Right.
both sides of it. It was a tough, but now you've lost him for the year.
Yep.
I mean, you look at how that arm bent.
Oh my God. Yeah, it happens. I mean, I understand that. And then, but again, you surround these guys with so much talent that it's hard to fail. And then when Derek Mason was telling me about Flacco and all that, I was like, my goodness,
Yeah.
just look what was there for him. He was set up to succeed, not fail.
I'll say this too, and we'll talk about the NFL as a whole later in the show. I was not paying attention to Seattle, and was just thinking, okay, whatever. I think they might be for real.
I mean, was that their 10th straight road win?
Yeah, something like that.
And and that coach has a crazy stat against the spread, which is crazy, like 90% something.
Yeah. So I mean, that division's fun.
It
because you got the Rams with 85-year-old Matt Stafford, and the 49ers just won't go away, and then there's the also ran and the Cardinals that'll play tonight against the Cowboys and probably win. So
oh my gosh,
615-737-1025. Are you out on Cam Ward? We will get to your calls and texts coming up next. Trey, I have a feeling I know where you're going to go, so you hang on. We'll get to you coming up next. We're live at Circa Sportsbook Kentucky, just off the interstate in Franklin, Kentucky, at the Mint at Kentucky Downs. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
Herbert will just take a knee. And it was hard fought. This was not easy. But the Chargers come to Nashville, and they win it by a final score of 27-20.
The call last night, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5.
That's one of my favorite scenes from Grease. He's all sad walking through the drive-thru.
That's good. Oh, my God. 615-737-1025. Cam Ward, are you out on him? The Titans lose yesterday once again. Defense put up a fight, but still gave up 27. They sacked Herbert 6 times. But what do you think on that? And by the way, celebrity birthdays at the end of the show, as always.
Can't wait.
Yep,
can't wait for that. There was one throw that Cam had where he like a bounce pass in the middle of the field where the Chargers like stopped and they looked at each other like, where the hell was he throwing that? And it would bounce past like 10 yards in front of whoever he was throwing to. And I was like, that's bad mechanic. Now he's going sidearm with everything, and it's bad. Remember, it's like you can't throw sidearm. You got to straight over and blah, blah, and it's bad. He's regressed so much. I still think he's got a lot of talent, but man, they've got to get him help and soon. And it's not going to be a while before they get somebody in here. This is terrible.
I'll be curious too if anybody knows what I mean by this. Okay, there was a stat yesterday. It was not the Titans game, but I want to know if anybody noticed it. 1 catch for 14 yards. If somebody knows what I'm talking about, text it in.
1 catch for 14 yards.
Yep.
Will you give us a hint?
It's a former Titan.
Oh, former Titan.
Former Titan.
Derek Mason.
No.
By the way, I think Derek Mason could still play.
I think he could too, even though he says he can't.
I'm not kidding you.
No, maybe not a full game, but
the dude.
You don't want to get hit.
I tried to punch him yesterday. I'm like, the dude is still, he's rock solid. And I think Derek Mason could get out there and prove that he can. I still think he can get out there and catch the football.
Yeah. 5353. I'm still in the Cam pool, but I'm sitting on the steps at the shallow end.
That's really good, man.
Wes and Hermitage, 53 passing yards at the half, man. I don't know what to think or how you can even evaluate Ward under these circumstances.
Thank you. That's what we're saying. Great text.
4047 out. Wasted number 1 pick. Never was really in. I'd rather have a healthy Will Levis. Mike on Kentucky Lake. Let's go fishing.
Well, so all right. Do you open the competition next year with him too? I mean, he's still back. If Matt Nagy comes here and says, "I want to see Will Levis," let's do this. I'm all for it, man.
Maybe. And all the texts are coming in. My neighbor was the first to text me. Shout out to Brian. Traylon Burks had 1 catch for 14 yards with Washington last night.
Did you do the DiCaprio meme? Like, there it is. There it is.
No.
Oh, I wish I would have seen it. Good for him. I hope he succeeds and becomes an all-pro. Good for him.
Yep. I heard it. I was watching the game, and I heard it, and I was like, oh, look at him.
1 catch. It's good.
For 14, that's probably – did he ever have that with the Titans?
Did he fall down and knock himself out?
Yeah, he might have. Did he break something when he fell down? I don't know.
My gosh.
615-737-1025, 6722. No quarterback can do well. Scott in Hendersonville. No quarterback can do well running for his life constantly.
And that he does.
Yeah. I mean, there's some truth to that. Okay, Trey, what you got? Welcome in.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
We're good.
Good, man.
Hey, I wanted to say that I've been out on Cam Ward, and here's the reason why I've been out on Cam Ward. There's a simple reason is that he can't manage himself back there when the pace of the game is too fast for him. It's like a gazelle being chased by some wild lions out there. All you gotta do is blitz him all day long, and he gonna fail miserably. And then the coaching stinks. It's just like, it's bad. And, I was talking to y'all before the draft, and I said, well, maybe we need to get a veteran to back him up. And somebody said that we didn't need anybody. And I'm just like, Cam Ward, if he doesn't finish this season and progress, they're going to sit him, and he's going to ruin his career. Right now, it's his tape. Right now, it's his interview tape, and it's not looking good, guys. And y'all have a good day. Thank you.
Thanks, Trey. Appreciate it. Look, I mean, it's hard to find, but here's my favorite part. All the people that are saying, give me Levis, are the same people that were saying, well, he sucks too a year ago.
Well, we've seen what's going on now with Cam Ward, but if Will Levis is still on your team, I mean, was Will Levis a product of bad coaching from Brian Callahan? Because we're seeing now
I think so.
Cam Ward. All right, so get a coach in here,
yes.
work with them, have an open competition. Whoever wins, go forward.
I'm fine. I'm fine with that. But that's the thing. They have ruined these two quarterbacks. Now, can they fix them? Can somebody that knows what they're doing fix them? I don't know. I mean, look, here's the other thing, and I want to do a little more research on this, but I've been kind of out on Mike McCarthy, but there is a history of, yes, Aaron Rodgers was sitting on the bench, Jordan Love sitting on the bench, maybe he did. And he may have missed Jordan Love, but maybe he did have a little bit to do with it. And Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Famer, but I also look at what he did with Dak, and during the regular season, Dak was pretty good. It was the playoffs.
Yeah. Well,
so I mean, if somebody can tell me that he can actually develop a quarterback, then maybe I'll be more in on him. I say no right now.
I'm only on two. Give me Art Smith or Matt Nagy.
Yeah.
Give me those two coaches who've been through the fire. Coaches that are offensive minded. I know Mike McCarthy's been there. I get all that, but you don't think Matt Nagy's hungry for another chance? Art Smith, more. Like, all right, here's what happened. I abided by all the rules in Chicago, and now I've come back to Kansas City. Let me get out there and see and do it my way now and happen. And I think it'll be a completely brighter day for Cam Ward and this football team. But again, draft guys. That's why I'm all about Jeffrey Simmons. We love you, man. Take care. Sweat, if you're gone, get it. I mean, knock it down to the studs and rebuild it back up and see what you could do.
I'm with you, because at this point, nothing's working. But the other thing is that I guess I'm worried about is can I trust this team to actually rebuild it back right?
You're gonna have to. I hate to tell you that. You're just gonna have. There's no other alternative.
God.
Look, I'm all Ayu Manor and DK and Gunnar Helm, and I think Jackson Slater could develop into a good offensive lineman. I mean, that's 4 or 5 pieces from one draft. That feels really good. Don't go crazy in free agency. Sign guys that want to be here. Vrabel's doing the Bill Belichick approach, and in New England, he's getting guys that need that second, third chance and actually developing those guys. That's what Bill Belichick did I know he had Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But for so long, he had guys in there that would be serviceable 3, 4, 5 years and help you win and replace him with somebody else. Belichick, even though he's an idiot in college, he knows talent in the National Football League, and Vrabel's doing that. But you got some foundational pieces here, but right now it looks really, really bad.
Let's go to TC on the Titans quarterback situation. TC, what's up?
Hey, guys. Morning. I just wanted to kind of agree with you guys. Well, for me personally, you cannot evaluate any quarterback that's picked number one to horrible organizations in 1 year. I just can't.
Sure.
And that's anybody. Even with the quarterback last year, it's hard to evaluate. So for me to say I'm out on Ward at the half a year, it's not even a full year. Like, I get it, you want to see development, but his organization is crap. So how can you say? That this quarterback is regressed or hadn't done anything when everybody within the sound of my voice knows his organization from top to bottom is not good. So for me, maybe next year, if he still looks the same next year or hasn't progressed, yeah, okay, let's look at it. But right now, like, it's got to be you crazy. I mean, and that's the situation across the NFL. All the fan bases from all these horrible teams are trying to search for that next one, for that microwave. And every quarterback is not like that. And we've seen that with some of these quarterbacks now. I can't think of the quarterback in Seattle right now. Like, it took him forever. Sam Darnold. You're looking at some of these other quarterbacks that needed time. They needed seasoning. So to put a bow on it, no.
Well, hold on, TC, don't go. Are you willing to have an open competition if Will Levis comes back healthy next year?
You know what? That's a good question. I would, but at the same time, it needs to be like right at training camp. It needs to be a definitive one. Like during OTAs, you can have that, but when it's time for training camp, it needs to be a 1.
All right, got you, brother. By the way, I love Joe Magnum PI.
Thanks.
Well done. Thanks, TC. Appreciate the call. 615-737-1025. We'll continue to take your calls and texts on the Cam Ward situation, and if you're in or out on him, as they have approached the bye week, which means we have half a season more of this crap. But
That's right, though. It's good news for us, and I'll tell you after the break.
okay, we'll do that coming up next. We're live at the Circa Sportsbook in Kentucky at the Mint at Kentucky Downs. Jason Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
All right, friends, next week, join the Chase and Big Joe show because it turned into the Chase and Big Joe Great Road Show. We're headed to Key West, Florida for 3 fun-filled days, and we're taking you with us. We're broadcasting from the stunning Marker Key West Harbor Resort, just steps from world-famous Duval Street. See how beautiful it is and the perfect place to stay in Key West. Just go to themarkerkeywest.com. Our coverage brought to you by the Roxy 8 Theater in Dixon, making the movie experience great again. The Nashville Cats, the perfect gift this Christmas. Season tickets for the Nashville Cats as they look to get back to the Arena Bowl Championship. Reunion Township of 109, comfortable luxury living in Mount Juliet that you deserve. And City Limits Apartments in Spring Hill, resort style living with an upscale lifestyle. That's a week from right now. You guys are all invited to go with us, and we're looking forward to it.
Yes, it's going to be fun. We're taking Dr. Crane, going to let him run in the wild. It's going to be great.
Turned out a lot of content.
This is the 3rd annual Chasing Big Joe Key West trip.
It is. It is. We're going to go down there. We're going to have some fun and tell people how great Nashville, Tennessee is.
Yes, we will. And I mean, can we talk about what we're doing next Monday yet?
Well, you can. Let's do it. It's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
All 3 of us.
We're going to do an open mic night at the
Comedy Key West.
Comedy Key West.
And,
so
we're getting extra time. And so we're going to have a lot of fun next Monday night. In fact, for us to prepare for this, Wednesday, our good friend Brian Bates, the comedian from Nate Land, is going to join us at the Omni and give us a few pointers and tell us how not to fight the crowd when we get heckled.
Yeah. Okay.
So
right.
that's the main thing.
That's what I'm worried about with you and Dr. Crane.
No, we'll do it. But no, really thankful for all the sponsors for this to let us go down there and do this. A lot of fun.
Okay. So here's to run through a few texts on our question of the day, which is, you know, are you out on Cam Ward? Marlon in Murfreesboro. I'm still in till this new staff next year, then ask again.
You know what? That's really simple, Marlon, and that's really good.
Yeah,
and that's exactly how it should be.
Yeah,
it's not that we're out on him.
It's unfair to evaluate him
right
now.
Where do you stand on him right
Yeah.
now? What does he need? Does he have hope for you, or is it like, oh man, this what I'm seeing now will never get better? We want to know where you stand on this.
Justin and Greenbrier trade, or I'm still in on Cam. He just needs time, a real coach, and some more playmakers around him. They do need to find Dan Moore for robbery. He is collecting a huge check for below average pay. He also says trade Ridley and throw in Snead for a bag of footballs and a song. Get a first round or second and third for Simmons. I don't think they're trading Simmons. Take this thing down to the studs and let Borgonzi pick some more horses like he did in this last draft. The rookies look like they're going to be something soon. I'm going to say this. I was really excited to see Kevin Winston in there yesterday.
Sure.
I haven't looked at exactly what he did, but I still think that guy's going to be a stud. I think he's going to be a good player. Came off of injury, got to get back from that, but I hope he develops into something. He had 2 tackles yesterday, so that's really all he did. But
okay.
By the way, Cedric Gray, he might actually be a player. 16 tackles yesterday, 1 sack.
It's a lot, man. That's a lot on a young guy like that. But you know what? If he wants to be a headhunter, I love it. Just help him get developed as well.
Yeah. So there you go. So people that are saying that you're out on Cam Ward, and I want to ask you this, JoJo. So if I say, all right, they're going to have the number 1, they're going to pick in the top 3 this year, and they've decided they're out on Cam Ward. Would you rather have Fernando Mendoza, Ty Simpson, or Dante Moore over Cam Ward? Do any of those guys make you think that they're better than Cam Ward right now?
0.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Because that's your option. Or you go find a veteran.
Find a veteran.
But like, you know, if they're picking, here's the other thing. If they are picking 1 or 2, like if they're picking 1, I'd want to trade back to 2 because like Fernando Bain, and Fernando, I just combine names. Reuben Bain Jr. from Miami, that dude's a player.
That's your edge rusher.
That's a pass rusher.
I need that. I don't need some guy who just started playing the position at UCLA a couple of years ago. I don't think that's the Kevin Dodd pick for Borgonzi.
Yeah. Yeah. So get well, and he was showing signs before he got hurt, but still, we'll see. 615-737-1025. Kenny the mailman. Kenny, what's up?
Hello, good friends.
Hello, sir.
Please tell me what just came across the news wire can't be true. Do y'all have access to the news wire there?
We do.
It's in the back room.
It's a teletype.
Yeah.
Well, somebody's going to run in there quickly because Isaiah Wilson just signed J.C. Latham to his record label. We're focused on the quarterback. We see flashes from Cam. You sat and watched the tackles, and I sat and rewinded it last night. I don't know why I subjected myself to it, but I watched it again. Some of them are not even getting out of their stances before a guy has passed them. And that don't lie. That has happened.
Sorry.
And I am just stunned. They have been coached. They coach, and it's not only these two. The two before them were a tad worse. And I don't know what they're going to do. Is it harder to find tackles now than quarterback?
That's a good point, Kenny. Thank you. I mean, that's why those left tackles get paid and right tackles get paid so much money, and why defensive ends get paid so much money, because of the chaos that an end can wreck in a game, and you got to stop them. You know, we've talked about the four foundations of a football team: quarterback, usually a left tackle, a good defensive end, and a shutdown corner. You got those four things, you can build some really good things. Right now, Titans don't have that.
No, they don't. They don't. 615-737-1025. Let's see. Tank Corey in Clarksville says tank for the number 1 overall pick and trade that and Simmons to Cleveland for both their first round picks and Myles Garrett. Yeah, that's.
Myles Garrett ain't coming here.
Dustin in Hopkinsville says, all I know is we could have Sam Darnold and 6 fresh new players plus the ones we got in the draft. And that, my friends, makes me want to cry.
Oh, ouch.
Well, here's the thing, Dustin. And like everybody saying, you know, like how do we know that Darnold would have even signed here? He was a free agent.
Right. That's right.
You know, I mean, maybe he got told that his camp said, hey, y'all can ask. I'm not signing there.
Right. Yeah.
We don't know that.
I mean, he got paid well. Look, the only Garrett coming here is Mrs. Garrett from Facts of Life.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett's not coming here.
Yeah. 7410 should have signed Darnold and traded the pick. Darnold is a top 10 quarterback in the league. We'll be lucky if Cam turns into a top 15. Do we think Amy vetoed that to save money for the stadium?
You know what? At this rate, anything's possible.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't just say I'm out on him after not even a full season.
Right.
Now, after, you know, a season and a half with Levis, I was out on Levis, but there are some there are some boneheaded plays that Cam makes, but I think it was a little bit different with Levis.
Well, and now, I mean, I really want to see under a new coach, give me an open competition here. See what you could do and go. I mean, you think Will Levis would like to throw to Io Manor and DK,
sure.
Maybe one other good receiver from there? Absolutely, he would.
Sure.
Absolutely, he would. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to talk myself into being excited for 26 and get let down. That's fine. But you got something here working, but now you got to build around. I mean, you got to build around him quickly. Colts did that with Manning. They got him, Marvin Harrison, and then did Reggie Wayne come after that?
Yeah, Reggie Wayne was after that.
Yeah. So you built some good, and you built that offensive line.
Yep.
I mean, they built that thing properly, then plugged it in. Dallas Clark came along. So there are blueprints to success. You just got to execute it and find the right guy. And I really think Borgonzi could get it done.
615-737-1025. By the way, for the second, Rappaport putting out there for the second consecutive year, Browns coach Kevin Stefanski has handed off play calling duties, this time to offensive coordinator Tommy Rees.
Oh, okay.
So there's another head coach handing off the play calling duties. Good for 2 years in a row, apparently.
Poor guy.
Well, and more coming from Circa Sports in Kentucky at the Mint at Kentucky Downs here on 102.5 The Game. Is this dedicated to Cam Ward?
Yes, sir.
Well done.
Nice.
Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Monday, live at Circa Sports in Kentucky. The Titans losing yesterday 27-20 to the Chargers. Game was a little more competitive than maybe we all thought it was going to be.
Can I give you my description, which you liked?
Sure.
So the Titans-Chargers game was like this. It's like the Chargers were the boyfriend. The Titans were the younger brother of the girlfriend, the kid who just annoys the, what out of you, and you play with him in the backyard. You let him score a touchdown. You have fun with him. But you're focused on what's happening later that night with the girlfriend. That's all you care about. You got to get through an hour in the backyard football with the annoying little brother. Let him have a touchdown or two. Play with him a little bit. Have some fun. And then hopefully he just hits the road later on. That's what the Chargers did yesterday. They had to play little brother for a little bit. They didn't want to be here. They got the Steelers that's coming up. They were worried about what the Chiefs were going to do in Buffalo yesterday and how Denver was doing versus Houston. A lot of other things going on with them. They got the win. They got out of here. Never in my mind was there a doubt the Titans would win the game. Not one time.
So the Titans this year have scored 20 or more points only 3 times. They've scored over 20 only once.
Oh, my
Do you know what game that is?
Hold on. Arizona.
Arizona.
Yep.
They scored 22 and won 22-21. They have scored 20 points twice, right at 20 points. Yesterday and then week 3 against Indy where they lost 41-20.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
The broadcast crew said that when Cody Barton had the pick 6, they're up 7-0. That was the largest lead the Titans had all season long.
Yeah.
So this is just showing you how bad the football team is.
They're terrible. And what's so funny is right now they would be slated, I think, to have the 3rd pick.
Really?
I think that's right.
So the Saints and the Jets?
Yeah. Because let's see, because both of them have only won 1 game, but I think some of the tie-breaking stats gives them.
God, the Saints are awful, and I love the Saints. And those 2 teams play in late December. That's the game after Christmas, the second to last game of the year. The Saints and the Titans will be playing for the number 1 pick.
Yeah. Well, according to NFL.com, maybe that has changed. Maybe the Titans would have the number 1 pick now because if you do the standings and do it by the league, the Titans are last. So the Titans are 1-8. They have a 111 win percentage, and they're last in pretty much just about every category. So there you go.
Sorry. You keep reading things, you realize just how bad this football team is, and I don't know if it's going to be any bright light. I mean, they really think the Saints is really the last game left where they might have a fighting chance. Because they get the bye week now. Houston comes in next week. Of course, C.J. Stroud, the injury that happened to him yesterday, will he be able to play or not?
Yeah.
I think so in a week and a half. Yes. But for the most part, man.
It's just interesting, like, looking at all these, how the league is set up right now. Like, I think Buffalo looks pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
What they did yesterday, they look pretty good. New England, I mean, they've won 6 in a row, so I can't say that they're not. I think they're pretty for real right now.
They got a big game. They go to at Tampa on Sunday. That'd be a good
Tampa's
game.
another one that I think is pretty good.
Yep.
Pittsburgh, I guess.
They look slow.
Yeah. I don't know.
5-3.
I'm still not believing. Indy got exposed a little bit yesterday.
Somebody ran their schedule down about who all they've beaten, and it's pretty eye-opening for the most part because you can beat up on the lesser teams, which you should do, but when you get faced with the Pittsburgh team who had a good game plan for you, it's nothing.
Yeah, so they got exposed a little yesterday with that loss to Pittsburgh, but I still think they're pretty good. Jacksonville,
it's a good win.
Yeah, it was a good win. I don't know. Houston sucks. Obviously, we know what the Titans are.
I mean, the Jags are 5-3.
Yeah.
See that coming.
Denver. They've won 6 in a row.
He's got him believing.
He's got, yeah. I wasn't buying at first, but now I am.
Isn't Denver and the Chiefs coming up? Did I see that?
I think that's right.
So Chiefs got that schedule. Chiefs got, good Lord.
The Chargers are 6-3.
Yeah, it's a good division over there.
Yeah. And then in the NFC, I mean, the Eagles are good. Cowboys play tonight. We'll see what they do. Commanders and Giants, I'd say, are out of it. Packers good, but I don't know if they're great.
That was a crushing loss yesterday.
That division's wild.
Yep.
Because you had Chicago at 5-3, a quiet 5-3, win on a just like last second play against Cincinnati. That's
like
2 years. That's 2 straight weeks of heartbreak for Cincinnati.
I like Caleb Williams. I mean, he's getting the ball. I don't care if he paints his fingernails around. I don't care. He's delivering in the clutch.
Well, and I think they have the right coach right now.
They do.
And Ben Johnson. But Detroit that was a bad loss for them. You know, Minnesota's hanging around. So that's an interesting division. Have you looked at the NFC South besides Tampa?
Pretty competitive.
A quiet 5-4 for the Carolina Panthers.
And we sat here, and they had Dave Canales on the hot seat.
Yep.
I'm like, no way.
Yep.
And now
they're 4-1 in their last 5.
And Bryce Young, they're learning how to win. They're learning how to win if their owner stays out of the way, like here in Nashville.
Yeah. Atlanta's not very good. They've lost 3 in a row. Obviously, we know what the Saints are. And then the NFC West is
what's Atlanta?
Probably
4-5?
3-5.
3-5.
The NFC West is probably the most entertaining division right now because you got Seattle at 6-2, Rams at 6-2, Niners at 6-3, and then Arizona's lost 5 straight.
I mean, think about Arizona. They got to look at that like we let the Titans beat us.
Yeah,
and how that crazy game happened like that. And
that job. All right, so that job's going to be open.
Oh yeah,
that job's going to be open. I'm starting to think Atlanta might be open again.
I don't know. By the way, Atlanta, worst uniforms in all of sports.
I agree.
Atlanta Falcons, guys, you know how I feel about this. Worst uniform, all the sports. Why they don't go back to the red helmets and the white jerseys, I don't understand that.
Well, the thing that, like last night, I texted you and Ricky, like that was a great uniform game. And what was funny is I didn't even realize it with Washington because it doesn't have the Redskins logo. That's but right. I was like, oh wait, that's the Redskins uniforms.
I love it. And the Seahawks. I mean, that looked great last night. Watching those throwbacks, although like you said, the Redskin went on the helmet, but still, man, those Seahawks uniforms look fantastic. And I'm not saying the uniforms make you win, but I mean, you look in the mirror with those things. That looked just fantastic last night with them. So the separation is happening now from the good, the average, and the really bad.
Yep.
In the league.
615-737-1025. We'll have more Titans reaction and also just a big sports weekend in general. 2 SEC teams that we care about. They had a rough weekend. We'll talk about that and much more coming up next. Chasing Big Joe live at Circus Sports in Kentucky on 102.5 The Game. Hour number 2, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, the game on this Monday. We're up here at Circa Sports Kentucky, the Mint at Kentucky Downs. Got it all behind us if you're watching on the video stream. He's Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCain. I want to pass this along because this is pretty cool from one of our partners, Jimmy Kelly's Steakhouse. JoJo, you love Jimmy Kelly's.
Love Jimmy Kelly's.
Right now, today only, in time for the holidays, you can buy a $100 gift card to Jimmy Kelly's for only $50.
Get it.
So half off those gift cards. $100 gift card for $50. Perfect gift. Just go to jimmykellys.com and you can take care of that. So just wanted to pass that along to you, and love Jimmy Kelly's. Really good. Big weekend in college football when it comes to Vanderbilt and Tennessee, and unfortunately both of them on the wrong side of it. And here's where we're at as a Vanderbilt fan. This is the life of a Vanderbilt fan right now. I can speak to that because I am one. I'm like, usually I would be, hey, you lost to Texas by 3 points at their place. Feeling good about that.
Right.
I'm mad because if they didn't play like doo-doo for 3 quarters, they could have won that game.
That's a great point to be made.
That's
well,
where they are.
The first play of the game when it goes for 75 or 80 yards for a touchdown, and then you're down 14-0, and then you're playing behind the chains the entire time. But they fought. I mean, look, as a coach, you want effort. Give me effort. If you lose, yes, that sucks. But he got effort from that football team. I stopped watching. I'm like, this is going to be a blowout. And then it was like 34-31. I'm like, huh? Well, I couldn't watch because the YouTube fight, which I'll get into in a minute. Then I was like, good Lord, they came back and did that. So they're still in it. I mean, they're 7-2. They got Auburn, Kentucky, and Tennessee. Run the table at 10-2. You've got yourself in the conversation. At 10-2, I don't think they get in, but nobody's asking me.
I don't know. I mean, I still think they have a chance. I think the committee is going to want to try and put Texas in because of the brand and the quarterback with the last name Manning.
Ugh. But if Auburn somehow can beat, if you run the table, go 10-2, and Tennessee can beat Florida, and you beat a team.
Tennessee's got one thing to play for now. Wrecking Vandy season.
Yeah, but if Auburn can beat Alabama, which is a tall, I get that. But you look Vanderbilt's quality wins increase. And you're like, okay, not bad. But there's a lot at play here, but they're still in it in the conversation. And that game in 3 weeks in Knoxville, man, if you get that Vandy team who wins their next 2, if Tennessee wins their next 2, you're right.
Yeah.
Tennessee knocks Vandy out of the – can you say that out loud? Tennessee knocks Vanderbilt out of the college football playoffs.
Well, because
we're going to get drug tested by saying that.
Like Ohio State, I don't see a loss on their schedule. Well, okay, let me take that back because Ohio State and Indiana are destined to play each other in the Big Ten championship game. So one of them is going to lose. I think it's going to be Indiana, but one of them is going to have a loss. But still, both get in, right? We agree on that.
Oh yeah.
A&M and Alabama right now, I think, are destined to play in the SEC championship.
They're in.
Both of them are going to be in. I don't see. I mean, Texas A&M. They're at Missouri, South Carolina, Samford, at Texas. That's all they got left.
Yeah,
now the Texas game, like you can't.
What about the one before that?
Samford.
Did you see Herb Street do that on TV?
What? He
was running down A&M's schedule, and they're putting the little clips of who they're playing, and the Samford logo came up. Herb Street's like, I don't know who that is. He had no idea. And our buddy John Chris was like,
I wouldn't have known who that is.
John Chris did a note to Herb Street on Instagram. He's like, oh, you'll know that day who Samford is. And I wrote to John, I said, we're going to storm the field with our Bibles that day and take down Texas A&M. But so they're in. I mean, so Georgia, Ole Miss, one of those two got to get in. They play each other. So they're in.
Yeah.
So the ACC's got to get one team in. That's a terrible conference. I don't know who gets in from there now. Would it be
Louisville?
Okay. Maybe they can, get in there and do some damage.
Yeah. I don't know. Vandy's got a chance, but I mean they're going to they got to win out, and they may need some help. But let's see, who's Georgia got left? Georgia's got
Ole Miss.
No, Mississippi State, Texas, Charlotte, and Georgia Tech.
Oh, they already played Ole Miss.
Yeah,
they beat Ole Miss. I'm sorry. You're right.
So they go to Starkville this weekend, then Texas, then Charlotte, then Georgia Tech.
Georgia goes to
Georgia
Texas.
Tech's not Georgia Tech. Yeah, that's not going to be easy.
Georgia Tech.
No, yeah, Georgia Tech's not going to be easy, and at Texas.
All right, Georgia Tech got exposed by NC State. They're done.
Okay,
they're done. They're out. There's a big
done.
brawl after the game too in the stands, which is beautiful. That's right. So Georgia already beaten Ole Miss. Georgia got to go to Texas. Ole Miss has the schedule that's set up for them cruising into the playoffs.
Ole Miss at 8-1 has the Citadel, Florida, and Mississippi State.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Dr. Crane, you better get a pep talk to your Bulldogs to knock off Lane Kiffin.
I need Mississippi State to play spoiler somewhere.
Yep.
It'll be the last game of the season. I'll tell you that's where it is.
Hey, they're one game away from what does Mississippi State got? They're 5-4. That's a big win over Arkansas, not because it's Arkansas, but that was a confidence game that your Bulldogs desperately needed.
Absolutely. I think Blake Shapen's starting to finally get with it with this offense. Defense, it has its shaky moments, but I mean, at 35-31 in the fourth quarter, and then you overtake, Arkansas. I thought it was a gutsy win in a roundabout way. They do need to knock off another team. If it's Missouri, that's probably their best chance, but I would prefer it be Ole Miss just to stick the sword right there in the gut of Lane Kiffin.
Is that game on Friday night now? It's not Thursday night anymore, correct?
Correct. It's on a Friday.
That game, that was so much fun. That was what you look forward to on Thursday night.
Tell me about it. I just want a nice turkey sandwich with some gravy, and I'm all about it. And fall asleep, wake up to a nice cowbell ring. Been great.
It would have been. By the way, we're in studio tomorrow. We need some of your pizza.
Okay.
So right now,
thanks.
Yeah, I'm just
You're good.
Right now, according to the ESPN playoff predictor, this is what they have. They have Indiana and Ohio State with a 99% chance to make it.
Yeah.
I think we agree with that. A&M at 96%, Bama at 93%, Georgia at 86%, Ole Miss at 78%, Oregon at 77%, BYU at 74%, Texas with a 54% chance.
That's 9.
Texas Tech 51%.
10.
Then it falls off. Oklahoma with a 36% chance, Vandy with a 30% chance, Virginia 29%, North Texas 28%, James Madison 28%, South Florida 26%, Notre Dame 24%, Georgia Tech 23%, Louisville 21%, Memphis 21%, USC 17%, Utah 16%, Miami 14%, and Michigan 13%.
Okay, Tennessee in that?
Nope.
Oh, ouch. That hurts. I know they're not, but it just sounds bad when they're not just in there. I know that hurts, but so the group of 5 gets 1. So one of the other schools will squeeze in there and get it. So maybe Louisville and then North Texas or whoever it is, but that's how it's setting up. I mean, I like this. I mean, you can have some powerhouse matchups like Texas A&M and Ohio State would be great. I know they beat Notre Dame earlier, but it'd be really good to watch that.
Now, also according to this, if Vandy wins out, they have a 93% chance to make the playoff if they win out.
Okay.
4% of a first-round bye, 65% to host the first round, and 24% to go on the road.
So, Vandy fan, you have to root for Tennessee to beat Florida because that would be somewhat of a quality win. Not the biggest quality, but that's a win. So, the more wins Tennessee racks up, if you beat Tennessee, it looks better for you if you beat Tennessee that last weekend in Knoxville. Holy cow, man.
Yep. So, that's what they have there. All right, I can look at other teams if you want.
Sure, buddy.
So let's say Texas. All right, so Texas wins. Let's say Texas got to still play Georgia. So if Texas wins out, then looks like they get in. So I don't know. This thing is.
Well, here's the deal. It plays out on the field. We love it.
Yeah. Right, and that's how it should.
Yep.
But Tennessee, I mean, they should have beaten Oklahoma. I was afraid that was going to happen, though.
Yeah, and that's
and look, can I say this? Anybody, and I've seen it, anybody that is calling for Josh Heupel to get fired, like, guys, you don't know. Like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
He's got one more year.
I'm not going there yet.
That'll be 6 years. And you've got me to one playoff and to one big bowl.
What happened?
No, we're not doing that.
No. What happened the 6 years before that?
You're not talking about that. We're not bringing that up.
Look, Tennessee is not in the same conversation as Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State.
Tell a Tennessee fan that.
As much as you want to be, you're not.
Why not?
Because this is how it's been
he
set
screwed
up.
the portal up. He doesn't have a GM running things up there. I mean, he's got to get a few things added to him. He's got to step up. I'm telling
his quarterback
you, man.
left last minute. I'm not making an excuse.
That's
for him,
fine.
but like that, I mean, that is kind of a part of it.
That's fine.
But like Tennessee fans want to pretend that they're at the same level, and I would love to see you be at that same level. You're not.
I think reality hit him in the face Saturday night. But hype, that'll be his 6th year next year.
Okay.
6th year. This ain't Johnny Majors in the 70s and you got 10 years to figure it out. That ain't happening anymore.
Well, you've got an Orange Bowl win. You've gotten to the playoff.
That's it.
I mean, but that's still that's much better than the 15 years before that. So, I
agree.
Again, what are we talking about?
I agree, man. But look, it's Tennessee fans want to win too. They feel they should be up there.
And I want them to win. But like sitting here thinking that you get to have the same kind of standard.
His game management's pretty bad. That 4th down call, which I heard Robbie and Rexo talk about this morning. I disagreed with most of that, but don't throw to a guy who's never been in that position before. It hits him right in the face mask. Don't get your team in that position. I mean, that's a lot of things that go on, and ultimately goes back to the head coach. That's where the blame lies. But I mean, it's now, if Florida beats you and Vanderbilt beats you, you're 7-5.
Yeah,
you'll beat Sam Houston State next week. You better at least. Then you're sitting at 7-5. If you lose to Florida and Vanderbilt, you accept that? No, nobody. You should never accept that.
Look, you're going to have this. You're going to have one side of Vols fans that's going to make the excuse, well, Nico screwed us over. This is Nico's fault, so he gets a pass.
Yep.
That's going to happen.
Okay.
And then, you are going to have fire him. He doesn't know what he's doing. And I can't, again, it's like, do you not remember the last 15, 20 years before him?
We're not doing that. We're not
right,
going back.
But it matters.
We're not going
it
back
matters.
on that.
It matters.
We're talking about the now.
Okay.
I don't need to know. Don't make me sick to my stomach about Derek Dooley and Butch Jones' first couple. I don't need to go back on that. After the break, I want to bring this up. We're going to talk here about this. Is really good talk. Just really quick, the YouTube thing.
Oh yeah, I need to give you your moment on this.
You want to do it now?
No, we'll go to break.
Okay,
we'll do it coming
because to watch my brother who has YouTube go full Velociraptor on the ESPN app Saturday really made my year. And I'm hearing that's not the only person that went nuts over everything that happened because of YouTube and what's going on. And it's about to drive me crazy.
Chasing Big Joe, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel. Hey, right now on 94.9 The Fan, or in about 30 seconds, Jake Lyman will be starting the broadcast from Paris, France, as the Commodores Vanderbilt women's team takes on Cal. The pregame starts at 1:15 and tip-off at 1:30, so be sure to check that out. It's Chasing Big Joe. We're live at Circus Sportsbook in Kentucky prior to Monday Night Football tonight as the Cardinals take on the Cowboys. It is Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
I was thinking along the lines of no TV and no beer make Homer something.
Go crazy?
Don't mind if I do.
Yes. That was Big Joe's brother over the weekend because he couldn't watch college football on ABC.
Man, I'm
because
telling
of
you what.
YouTube TV.
So he gets the app. The app is glitching. There's like a 3-second delay in the audio. It's like a minute behind the game. And watching my brother turn into Velociraptor was beautiful. And then you go online, and a lot of people are having this problem. So Saturday night, I have some dude who hacks in. I swear to God, it was like a Chinese satellite. I get some feed out of New York. He tells me not to repeat where he got it from. And I'm watching the Tennessee game. It's like 2 minutes behind off a feed of New York. And there's some inscription burned into the top left of my TV that some website I've never heard of. And I'm like, I'm going to get arrested tonight. I was able to watch the Tennessee-Oklahoma game. Had to stay off social media because it was a good probably 3 minutes behind everything. But get this result. ESPN, that app was just my dealings with the app. It was terrible. I know some had no problems with it.
I've had no issue with it, but
so they have the Skynet app or whatever, the Skywatch, right?
Skynet is that's Terminator.
Well, that's what's going to kill us. Is it the Skywatch you can do on the app?
Skycam or Sky? Yeah.
So we're watching. I said, are these announcers bored? And I realized they don't talk.
Yeah.
It's just they just show. I'm like, all this chaotic hell is because YouTube and Disney and
I love the ESPN app. I don't know what it
was glitching. I remember I was trying to get on at the same time at 11 o'clock, but the audio was off. It was pretty bad. And like in the middle of game day, they just cut out of the picks and went right to the game. And then it would every time my brother would like to restart it, it'd go back to the beginning of the game. So it's like 11:40, and I'm like, "Hey, they're about to kick off." He's okay, they are. I'm like, "It's the beginning of the game." So he's losing his, you know what? I'm like, I just got to go. So I just left, and it was just a listen on the radio on 94.9. And I was like, I got to listen to the game somehow. Might as well listen to the radio. So then a friend of mine sends me a note and says, Joe, get an antenna. Yeah. Plug the antenna over the air and you get it. And I found, I'm like, well, there we go. And found it. But I didn't have an antenna for the Tennessee-Oklahoma game. So I'm just really figure this stuff out. Can you not? I know what the plan is. They're not going to do it to force you to buy the app. I'm not stupid, but I'm also not buying the app.
Jay from Laverne says that was Chase when he's mad about the Titans. Said, yeah, that's. I think my favorite scene from that episode is because it's The Shining, basically, is what it is.
Yeah.
And Homer like he like goes through the first door and does "Here's Johnny" like in The Shining. And nobody's in there, and so he goes, "Don't!" Goes through another door. And then says David Letterman, and Grandpa standing there going, "Hi, David, I'm Grandpa."
Oh, yeah.
And then finally does like 60 minutes, and the Marge and the kids are in there, and they go screaming, and she goes to the radio and goes, "Help! Somebody help! My husband's gone crazy and is trying to kill us." Over. And Wickham goes, "Well, thank God that's over. That could have been really bad." It's so good.
Over.
I love Wickham. It's just so good.
It's like Marge called 911, and she says, "This 911," or Homer did. He's like, "No, he was busy eating."
Yeah.
And William's like, "No, this is 912."
It's so good.
Oh my God.
Oh yes, but 2476 on our Tennessee discussion says Heupel's had 6 years to get Tennessee to that level. I'm not saying he should be fired, but at some point he's got to get over the hump and win big games. DeBoer is in 2 years in at Bama and has them right back on track. You don't know that. What big games has he won?
DeBoer?
Yeah, he hadn't won a big game yet. Show me in the playoffs.
Yeah, he did pretty good at Washington. He had a nice
right.
run
No, I'm talking about at Alabama. I'm talking about Alabama.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can make an argument for that, but when they knock off 4 straight top 20 teams,
sure. Okay.
Pretty good.
But show me in the postseason.
I get you, man.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's my thing.
But I mean, he did well at Indiana. He did well at Washington, and he knew he could do better at Alabama. And you're seeing what happens right now. I think they beat LSU so bad on Saturday, it's not even funny. I mean, Alabama's going to roll into the SEC championship game at 11-1. Nobody's going to stop them.
Yeah. They'll beat LSU so bad that they'll call Brian Kelly to rehire him just to fire him.
Who's their mercy game? Who's Alabama got in between? I know they got some. Is it Coastal Carolina? Because they got LSU. They got Auburn.
Just a moment.
Eastern Illinois.
Eastern, is that what it is?
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Well,
hi, Nick.
Hi,
thank
guys.
you. Yeah. So, I mean, what is that, the homecoming game?
Probably.
Probably not.
I mean, so Alabama's rolling. They'll get in there. I mean, so they're after that loss to Florida State. Did we ever think that loss to Florida State would be like, what in the world?
Not Florida State's just
I know. You know, when Tennessee beat Syracuse, it was like, all right, feeling good, and they're getting things together, and probably should have beat Georgia. Mississippi State game was tough, and then Alabama just took it to them, and then Oklahoma came there, the game plan, and beat them on Saturday. I thought Tennessee would have that game because it was going back and forth, but I mean, that was a great win for Brent Venables in Oklahoma. On the pregame in Knoxville, did you see it on TV? The fireworks, beautiful.
Oh yeah, with the tee and they were lit up and everything.
Good
It was pretty cool.
Lord, that was beautiful. So I thought, all right, but at the end of the day, you still got to play a game, 60 minutes, and
you know what though?
I
had this weird bad feeling of man, they're gonna do this cool pregame with the blackout, Halloween and stuff, and they're gonna lose. I just had that weird. It was that weird, just do what you normally do, even though that had nothing to do with it.
Hey, Nick, can you do me a favor when we go in studio tomorrow?
Sure.
Can you wear the same outfit the Oklahoma kicker wore Saturday night?
I feel like that's an HR email waiting to happen.
Did you see Herb Street was
that was funny.
He should be given a penalty for that. That's not. I think it was Herb Street.
Yeah, foul. Yeah, and then,
that's not his proper uniform. Wearing a
right. Yeah, Daisy Dukes.
And I think I was reading.
Fowler had Ian cut it this morning for Robbie and Rexrow, but it was Fowler had a great line. He's like, he's short on pants, but not short on distance when he made the field goal. I was like, yeah, but man, that was, I don't know if you can find it, Dr. Crane, but that was a great clip of them talking about it. Because when I saw that, I'm like, there's no way in hell this is legal. No way.
Sandell, short shorts, but not short on distance. Powers it through again from 51, and Oklahoma is on top on Rocky Top. Venables smiling for good reason. His team's been outplayed. 2 takeaways. Not done much on offense, but they got a kicker.
Yeah, got his Daisy Dukes on and puts it in the middle again. 51.
That was great. That was really funny, man, because when I saw that, the reaction was like, what in the world? I don't know how that is really legal. So, Nick, if you could do it tomorrow, we'd appreciate it.
Can't make any promises on that.
I thought it was Robbie. There was somebody that tweeted, Tennessee's going to beat by a guy wearing a thong. And I laughed so hard.
Oh, that's so good.
It's just oh, here we go. OU's field goal kicker is wearing booty shorts and is just nailing every kick. That's what it was.
Oh, my God.
By Robbie.
Oh, that's so
By the
terrible.
way, if you want to be entertained, watch Robbie Stanley's Twitter timeline during a Vols game. Because it's pretty entertaining.
I'm sure it was entertaining yesterday when Packers lost, but the Vol thing is better because that just, it means more.
Yeah.
It's deeper.
It just means more.
Right, it does.
615-737-1025. John McClain going to join us at the top of the hour. We'll get back into the Titans and the football weekend coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, 1025, the game.
All right, guys, Big Joe here. We've spent a lot of time talking about mental health on our show, and we are so grateful for all the people who have reached out in the last 2 years, but we have a lot of work still to do, and we will not rest telling you how much our world is a better place because you are here. Unfortunately, we all have been affected by a friend or loved one who has suffered from depression and is no longer with us. That is why we have partnered with Unity Psychiatric Care, just a wonderful place right here in Middle Tennessee for you to get well. And it works. Here's all you got to do. Just go to GameNashville.com, click on the Chasing Big Joe show, and there will be a link to Unity Psychiatric Care on the right side of the page. So many have reached out to us. Now we have a partner that cares about you. And listen, you do not have to go through any of this alone. It's private, it's confidential, and they offer telehealth. And yes, based right here in Middle Tennessee. Or you can call 1-888-508-8002. That's 1-888-508-8002. Or if you have a loved one who needs to talk and you are worried, you could be that person that changes their world. Again, just go to GameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe Show, and you'll see all the information right there for Unity Psychiatric Care. Listen, help is just around the corner, and we love you, and you don't have to go through any of this alone.
I brought a bag of money in case he wants us to burn it again.
I hope he tells us to burn our pants. These things are driving me nuts.
So this afternoon, two suits come up to me and ask me to endorse some new sports utility vehicle.
What'd you do? Don't you hate pants?
Oh, Homer makes us laugh.
I'm telling you, man, anytime you put Krusty's voice in anything, anytime there's a Simpsons episode with Krusty, the focus of it, it's gold. Just hearing his voice is so good. Put a dime on
it. Homer would burn his pants because of the Titans right now.
Absolutely would.
Chasing Big Joe live at Circa Sports in Kentucky today. Kind of I guess a weird day in the NFL. I don't know. It felt weird. Like the
Yesterday?
Vikings,
Yeah.
the Vikings win. The Detroit loses. Packers lose.
Yep. And then the Dolphins made a big trade today, and then sending it Jalen Phillips to the Eagles.
Yep.
I mean, how many more good players does Philadelphia need? I mean, it's great. You know, it's funny. We're up there.
Was Jalen Phillips from here?
No, that was Jacob Phillips.
Jacob Phillips.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were up there in Philadelphia. We had to stay in Philadelphia for the MTSU Delaware game. All the newscasts led off that afternoon with, I guess, Brandon Graham was coming back. He retired and he came back. They all led their newscast with that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, what that must be like to live in a city where your football team is that beloved and people just want more information, where you lead the newscast off with a guy coming back out of retirement to help out, and then they're just loaded, man.
So it looks like Tucker Kraft, the tight end from the Packers, is going to miss the remainder of the season with a torn ACL.
No, the guy from North Dakota State had the big game on Sunday night?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a good story.
Cliff. You can tell I've been watching NASCAR from calling Jaden Daniels Cliff Daniels, who is the crew chief for Kyle Larson, who just won his second championship. Jaden Daniels suffers a dislocated elbow, expected to miss several games, so Marcus Mariota will be the starter.
Several games with that injury?
Yeah.
Good Lord. All right.
And then there was also, it looks like Lattimore feared to have torn his ACL, and obviously JT Stroud is in the protocol.
Not a good CJ Stroud.
What did I say?
JT Stroud.
No, CJ.
What crew chief is he with? Oh, man.
And tomorrow's the trade deadline. So
do you think they're going to do something? I mean, come on, they've got to do something. Titans got to do something.
Yeah, I saw TD put a report out there that said that they're not shopping Calvin Ridley, but they have received calls on Calvin Ridley.
Hello, Titans. Yeah, does he still suck? Sure does. All right. There's your phone call.
Yeah, and to your point, Jalen Phillips was traded to Philadelphia for a third-round pick. So Miami blowing it up.
Right, as they
should. They're doing it right.
Yep, they're getting guys out of there. Plus, didn't they get Jalen Ramsey out before the season started?
Yeah.
They get Humphrey back for him from the Steelers and got some draft choices. And so, yeah, I mean, I still can't believe Mike McDaniel's still coaching. I can't believe that.
The Eagles in their off week acquired Jair Alexander, the corner from Baltimore, Jalen Phillips, and then another corner, Michael Carter II.
Oh, yeah.
So they're loading up. And John Mechie has been traded, I think, like 6 times since he's
well, I just the report that Dinah Rossini put out there about interest in Tavondre Sweat, that caught me off guard.
Would you trade him?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd consider it, depending on what you're getting back. I mean, look, if they end up trading him for a 5th-round pick, I'm going to go down there. I'm going to go to the front desk, and I'm going to say, can Chad Brinker talk? And I'm going to punch him in the face.
Oh,
not really,
man.
But,
you're right.
Like, if they trade him for a 5th-round pick, but, I mean, you get a 3rd, oh, okay.
That's even, oh, man. You can't.
They need top 100 picks.
If you're calling me for a player, then I'm dictating the demand.
Yeah, 100%.
Then I'm dictating. So, Pollard.
It's the old phrase of if you want to, what is it? You want a horse, you start off ask, or if you want a hamster, you ask for a horse or something like that.
Hey, I can get a look at a T-bone by sticking my head up, but I'll take the butcher's word for it.
Okay, whatever.
You don't remember that?
No.
Tommy Boy?
Yeah,
When he's giving the T-bone?
Yeah.
I can get a good look at the T-bone by sticking my head up, but I'd rather have the butcher's word. And throughout the movie, Tommy Boy just butchers it the entire time.
Is he trying to close a deal in that guy's office too?
Yeah, right.
Pads?
Hey, I can look up a butcher's butt and get a good look at it. No, that's not right. It's got to be your butt. And then it's going on and on there. You want a horse? You got to get a hamster.
That's it.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Did you have a good weekend, buddy?
I did. Doug, save us from this, please. Doug, what's up?
Hey, guys, I hear Big Joe saying that their Titans have to do something, got to do something. Well, Fellas, if you ever went to an auction, all the good stuff for the auction is in the front yard. The Titans don't have any front yard material. Everything they got sells in the backyard. so I ask you, what do they have to sell? Because I can walk through and it's like a garage sale. You may be trying to sell it, but ain't nobody buying it.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Doug.
Look,
so what's for sale, Joe? Tell me, Joe.
Simmons.
5 seconds or less. What's for sale?
Jeffrey Simmons. If I'm another team in the league, I'd go after Jeffrey Simmons.
Took him off the market. Next.
Then go after. Give me Tony Pollard.
Crickets.
Pollard.
All right.
Pollard. I think Pollard's a hell of a running back.
I think you could get Doug to his point. I think Pollard might be. You could get something for Pollard for a team that's looking for a back.
Yep.
So he's backyard.
Side yard. We'll say he's side yard.
No.
Front and back, man. Doug's dictating this auction,
man.
This is Doug's
if I'm
auction.
Trying to buy something to make my place better at this auction. I'm staying in the front yard because it's in the backyard because you don't want it. So don't try to give it to me. I'm out, man.
Okay. Thank you, Doug.
Appreciate it, Doug.
That was a good call.
Great. Now I'm going to be looking at Simmons like, is he in the front yard or the backyard? Well, these guys out. Look, you're 1-8. Trade Simmons. Let him go. It's okay.
Yeah.
You're 1-8 with him. It can't get much worse. Get capital from him. My God, go in the draft. Give me 5 or 6 picks in the top 100 next year. Yep. Come on. Tell me. Give me that. Yeah. Give me that.
And look, I think you can achieve that by, you try and sell some guys off now, but then, if you're picking top 2 and trade back, then you'll be able to achieve that.
Let me ask you this, and we could take this question to the break. What's the greatest free agent the Titans have signed here?
That's a great question.
It ain't Pickens. It ain't Yancey Thigpen. Tannehill was a trade. That wasn't a free agent pickup. What's the greatest free agent?
I got a contender.
Okay.
But I'll tell you that coming up next. 615-737-1025. That's a really good question. We're live at Circus Sports in Kentucky, here at the Mint at Kentucky Downs. Chasing Big Joe, 1025 The Game. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5, the game on this Monday.
Hey, friends, next week, the Chase and Big Joe show turns into the Chase and Big Joe Great Road Show. We're headed to Key West, Florida for 3 fun-filled days, and we're taking you with us. We're broadcasting from the stunning Marker Key West Harbor Resort, just steps from the world-famous Duval Street. See how beautiful it is, and the perfect place to stay in Key West is go to themarkerkeywest.com. Our coverage brought to you by our good friends at the Roxy 8 Theater in Dixon, making the movie experience great again. The Nashville Cats, the perfect gift this Christmas season. Season tickets for the Nashville Cats as they look to get back to the AF1 Arena crown. Reunion Township at 109, comfortable luxury living in Mount Juliet that you deserve, and City Limits Apartments in Spring Hill, resort-style living with an upscale lifestyle. We can't wait for that to take you with us. That's all next week down in Key West.
615-737-1025. Joe just asked the best free agent signing the Titans have ever made. Good ones on the text line. Greg Pogue texted us and said Delaney Walker, which Jeff has said. A couple others have said that's a pretty good one. Was a tight end. Here's mine, and you might argue with me because he technically they were still in Houston, but he's in the Titans Ring of Honor. Frank Wycheck.
Yeah.
I mean, Frank Wycheck was.
But give me one since they've been here. I need one since they got here in 99.
Van and Bosch.
Was he a trade?
Nope. He was free agent signing. Yeah, a couple have said Tannehill. He was a trade.
Ben Jones, when he came over
was
from
a
the
good one.
Texans. Ben Jones anchored that line from 2016 to 23. Ben Jones was fantastic. There's not a lot. The point being, there's not a lot of free agents who come in here and can turn it around. And you're seeing now with Dan Moore how terrible he is.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Zeitler does on the team besides hold.
615-737-1025. Chris, what do you got?
You stole my answer, which was Frank Wycheck. But what about Kevin Carter? Was he not a free agent?
Yeah, he was. That's a good one.
Yeah, he's a pretty good one. And we had a couple. I remember Travis Henry was a good one. But it hasn't been a lot. You're right. But I just wanted to chime in with my opinion. Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. Kevin Carter's a good one.
Kevin Carter's a really good one.
Fred Miller, both of those guys.
False start Fred,
but he was pretty good on that O-line. Again, Tannehill trade. But yeah, the two that I got, Kevin Carter, Delaney Walker, Brian Arakpo. That was a decent one.
Yeah, that wasn't bad from the Redskins.
8586, Andre Dillard.
Oh my gosh.
Ron says Nate Washington. Nate had a few good years here.
Nate was not bad at all. That's right.
Bad. I was trying to think of some. David Givens that didn't work.
Nope.
Pickens didn't work. Thigpen didn't work.
Ugh, terrible.
I feel like there was another one.
There's another big one out there that didn't work. I'm trying to think who it was.
Randy Moss was a waiver claim.
Yep, it was. Somebody you signed during the off season to bring in there.
Yeah.
Remember Adam Humphries?
God, that was bad.
Well, every time he got hurt, knocked out.
Yeah.
I mean, he had like 30 concussions.
Kyle Van Den Bosch, yes, that was free agent. That was a good one. Chad, what you got?
Well, I don't have the greatest free agency signing by the Titans, but I had been wearing out as a retired quarterback and wannabe GM, keyword wannabe. I was all in on Sam Darnold, and I thought it was super easy. He was, relatively cheap. I'm surprised Minnesota didn't franchise him, but, they're all in on J.J. McCarthy, which may still work for them. I'm a big Willie Donick fan over there. He was not in on it. I don't think I thought it was super simple because really at the end of the day, he wasn't expensive. And he came to Nashville in December with the Vikings and he was phenomenal. And, as a guy who played the position, he checked so many boxes. And I said that exact thing. He checked so many boxes. And I can remember on your show, and not to get on former NFL Titan players, but they were just laughing at me. He checks these boxes. It turned into a big joke on Chad from Hendersonville. And, there's no accountability in sports talk, I know. But where is this team? No, hey, and on that point, Colin Cowherd on J.J. McCarthy, you can bump two threads that he has. One where he called him, an NFL quarterback bust, and the other one where he calls him the new Baker Mayfield. You just, you copy and paste, or you just bump whichever one's correct, right? That's the key to the game. If I was a good weathercaster, I would say it's going to rain tomorrow. And then maybe 3 hours later, I'm going to say it's not going to rain. And which thread am I going to bump on day of rain, day of not rain? But that's not my point. My point was Sam Darnold was an easy choice to me. Where's this team if they maybe take that number one pick, trade back, build around Sam Darnold, and build picks with team speed and build inside and out? Your thoughts?
It's a good call, man.
Thanks, Chad.
I know it is. Thank you.
Humble too.
Chad put some time on that call.
Yeah, look, I wasn't against Sam Darnold. I just knew they weren't going to do it.
No, that was not once the new regime came in, they knew what they were going to do. That would be part of it.
By the way, thank you, Greg Pogue. Kevin Carter was a trade in 2001. That was not a free agent signing. So we'll take him off the list.
Was he? I don't remember
he was
that.
A trade. Yeah.
Okay. What about Kerry Collins?
Kerry Collins was a good one.
I mean, he was here from 06 to 09, and
Kevin Mawai.
Yes.
Kevin Mawai was a good one.
Chris Hope, David Thornton. When they came in 06, they really changed the culture of that locker room.
9912 says DeMarco Murray. DeMarco Murray was a trade. That was John Robinson's first trade, I think.
Who's the dude from New England that blocked all of us, the running back? And I can't remember his name right now.
Deion Lewis.
Deion Lewis. He blocked you? Blocked me?
I don't think so.
Jay Serra makes the cut. He blocked me. I'm like, I don't even know you. I just think he Googled a list of idiot national sports people, and I popped up. He's like, I'm going to block this guy. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
He got rid of me there.
Real quick, Devin and Dixon had texted in and wanted to call in about the NASCAR championship. Devin, go ahead. What's up?
Hey, Chase, Big Joe. Just wanted to call in real quick, give my thoughts on the race yesterday. And Chase, just want to get your thoughts real quick as well. I'm a huge Kyle Larson fan. I'm very, very happy that he's a two-time Cup champion. But the playoffs have grown stale for me. It just feels convoluted that we even have playoffs in motorsports. NASCAR is the only series that does, and I felt gutted for Denny Hamlin and didn't even really get a chance to feel like that I could enjoy my driver being a two-time champion yesterday. I just want to get your thoughts real quick on how you feel about the playoff format, and I know it's going to change next year, but I'll hang up and listen, and I hope you guys have a good rest of the day.
Thanks, Devin. Appreciate the call. I think the format needs to change because this year, look, say what you want about him, whether you like him or you don't like him. Denny Hamlin deserved to win the championship this year. And he was 8 laps away from doing it based on this format. A caution comes out because William Byron blows a tire and because of pit stops. And look, you can say the way the format was set up, they needed to have one more good pit stop and they didn't. And Kyle Larson got out ahead of him and Larson won the championship. I don't think the championship should be decided that way. And I think they know that too. And then in the Xfinity series, Connor Zilisch had a dominant season. And because Jesse Love finishes better than him in the last race of the year, Jesse Love is the champion and Connor Zilisch isn't. It doesn't work. And so I think they're going to change it, whether they ditch the chase or playoff format altogether and go back to the way they did it for 40 years, crowning a champion. I don't know. But, I know I watched yesterday and walked away, and I'm not the biggest Denny Hamlin fan in the world, but I walked away going, he should have won. He should have been the champion. And it's, good for Kyle Larson. I like Kyle Larson, but they definitely got to change it. And I think they're going to. I think NASCAR has finally been put in a place where, and Hamlin is a part of this, where they're realizing that they got to change some of their ways of thinking and maybe listen to the drivers and listen to the fans a little bit more. And so hopefully they continue to do that. So we'll continue the football talk coming up next with John McClain down in Houston. We're live in Kentucky today. It's Circus Sports here at the Mint at Kentucky Downs. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Hour number 3, Chase and Big Joe on 102.5 The Game on this Monday. We're live at Circus Sports in Kentucky at the Mint at Kentucky Downs. They'll have Monday Night Football going later on tonight. We say hello to John McClain down in Houston joining us now. John, how you doing?
Well, other than the fact that my team lost on a field goal with no time left to fall to 3-5 and are now looking ahead to a high first-round pick, high first round, somewhere around 10. My day's been fine, thank you.
Well, could be worse. You could be covering the Titans.
Yeah, but with the Titans, you're no good, and you're not going to win games, and you're getting ready to see if you get the first pick in the draft so you can trade it for picks and help you rebuild.
How is C.J. Stroud? Do we know? I know he's in the protocol.
No, nobody has a clue about the protocol. I'll be surprised if he plays against Jacksonville. His backup, former starter Davis Mills, was terrible, and you expect more from an experienced guy like him. Now, granted, Denver's got a great defense, and they did a really good job. But the Texans lost this game because their offensive coordinator, Nick Caley, is the only person on the planet, and I'll say the only person in the universe, who thinks the Texans' offensive line can block when they get close to the goal line. The Texans yesterday had 6 plays from the 2 in and 4 from the 1 in and got nothing. And this season, they are the only team in the NFL that does not have a touchdown from the 1 or 2 yard line. They have only 3 rushing touchdowns. Their offensive line is terrible. The formation's terrible. The play calls are terrible. Other than that, they're great.
John McClain is here.
In 2 weeks, let me tell you something. In 2 weeks, they need to make sure on every series the Texans get to the Titans 1 or 2 yard line, and you're guaranteed of it being a field goal.
Yeah, well, the Titans would take that. That is for sure. The Titans lose yesterday 27-20 to the Chargers. Cam Ward continues to struggle. Now, they got down to the 1 and couldn't punch it in and went for it. Defense had a pick 6, got to the quarterback 6 times. Special teams ran a punt back for a touchdown. It's kind of your look at the Titans. I know we're a couple weeks away from that matchup, but that is the Titans' next opponent.
I looked at the scores, and I saw the score in the first half, and I'm like, wow, what if Ward's thrown 2 touchdown passes or 1, and the other one was a Tony Pollard rush? So then when I clicked on it, I'm like, whoa. And, you get touchdowns like they do, you can't lose the game. Now, they were going to lose to the Chargers anyway. It didn't matter what happened. And there's also, who's the backup quarterback there?
Brandon Allen.
Brandon Allen is the backup. There's no shame sometimes in letting a rookie quarterback. They did this with Bryce Young last year. They've done it with other rookies. Put them on the bench for a couple of games, let them get a different perspective, and then put them back in the game and see if it helps. And it might be time to do that with Cam Ward.
Well, that's the thing is that, the old trial by fire, John, put him out there. But when you're not getting help anywhere else and you look like you regress, I agree with you because it's not getting better. And, John, I think they got a chance, the Titans do, to go 1-16. They have the Saints at the end of the year. But other than that, I don't see any game they're even remotely competitive in, John. That's how bad it is.
Boy, that's going to be the toilet bowl. That'll be could be for the first pick in the draft. And, right now nobody knows who the best quarterback's going to be. That's all up in the air. But wherever the Titans finish, and we got to figure they're going to finish among the top 3. And because there will be a lot of quarterback prospects, you don't have to get the top pick to be able to make a trade for multiple draft choices. Look what Chicago and Carolina did.
Right.
And so I think that it's pretty well already been established that April is going to be the best month of the year for the Titans.
Exactly right. John, will you please tell our audience and a few people out there who think that nobody wants this Titans job, because this is only one of 32 jobs on the planet. Somebody's going to want this job, right?
Anybody thinks coaches don't want a job with the Titans doesn't know football. They're geranium brains. They're talking about emotion. It's not true. Not just because it's one of 32, but because it's a great city. You're going to have a new stadium. You've got two guys in Begonzi from Kansas City and Brinker from the Packers who come from established, successful organizations. Now, whether they run them like they should know, that remains to be seen, but they know what it's like to be in successful organizations, how they were built, how they were maintained. And you've got to get the right head coach. And we talked about this before. The next head coach will not be a first-time play caller. I think it will be a former head coach, or it will be a coordinator who has called offensive plays for a defensive-oriented head coach, or somebody like, say, Nick Sirianni, who has his coordinators and lets them make the call. And it's not going to be a college coach who's never been in the NFL. I think and when they hired Matt LaFleur, Matt was ready. And I think Matt is probably better than we thought. He was here before he was there. And then in Kansas City, as soon as Andy Reid's time had run its course in Philadelphia, they must have called him like on speed dial 1 minute later, and boom, the deal was done. So sometimes you get lucky with somebody like that, but other times your guys got to do your homework. And so I think there's certain aspects we can eliminate about what that coach is going to be. But I think with the stadium, the city, the money, you guys told me last week, the money they're going to have available under free agency, they're going to have draft choices. They got two guys that come from great organizations. That is a tremendous job. And anybody that thinks it's not doesn't know snot.
That's very, very true. John McClain is with us. What have you learned in your years of, talking with GMs about, and obviously the trade deadline, I think, has gotten a little more active in recent years than it used to be. But the Titans, obviously, they may not have a ton of assets, but they do have some assets that I think teams will be interested in. So what have you learned of how GMs approach the trade deadline and all the calls that they're probably going to be fielding, have already fielded in the next 24 hours?
Well, my goodness, Begonzi's been on the phone. He's been getting calls. He's checking. When you have a new head coach coming in and you have a general manager going into his second draft, and then you have Brinker going into his second draft with the power he has, even though he was there before, you need picks. And if Cam Ward, of course, untouchable, they act like they don't want to trade Jeffrey Simmons. And how old is Simmons? About 30?
It's his 7th year in the league.
I think he's 29.
Yeah.
Well, if they believe he can be part
28
of the redo, and guys can play until they're, 32, 33. If they want him to be part of that, then they won't trade him. But they got to listen. If there's teams out there that thinks they're a defensive tackle away from going to the Super Bowl, or a defensive tackle away from winning a division or earning a wild card berth, they got to seriously consider it. Because if they do their homework, they can draft other good players. Simmons just didn't fall out of the sky. Now it's a different regime. They got to feel confident what they're doing, and they got to pay attention to nobody. But there's a little hierarchy there. And I would think if it were me, and I think Simmons would be turning somersaults to be going to a contender. I would get what I could get, and I would also make it conditional based on what that team did or what he did. Now, as far as how many games, Pro Bowl, All-Pro, things like that, there's all kind of things you can put in there to get your draft pick enhanced.
We'll have more with John McClain from Houston coming up next here on Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game, live here in Circus Sports, Kentucky, at Kentucky Downs, right off the interstate. John McClain continues with us now. And, John, I kind of described yesterday as a little bit of a weird day in the NFL. I mean, you kind of expect that as the season goes along. But, starting with this Minnesota-Detroit game, Minnesota puts J.J. McCarthy back in. They beat Detroit 27-24. Is that just a any given Sunday kind of game in your mind, or is that maybe Minnesota's a little bit better than we thought and Detroit's maybe not quite as good?
Kind of like Carolina going to Lambeau Field, and they had the best record in the NFC, and all of a sudden the Panthers beat them. it's true. Any given Sunday, et cetera, et cetera. But they have to feel so much better about McCarthy. Now, his stats were not good, but he threw 2 touchdown passes. And that should have given him a lot of confidence, but also given them a lot of confidence in him going forward, because right now, they made a big mistake on their quarterback situation when they didn't bring back Sam Darnold. They didn't bring back Daniel Jones. And Sam Darnold looked fabulous. He had the best first half I've ever seen last night. So, there were upsets, but I see the Panthers win, and I'm thinking, why can't the Texans do that? See these other teams doing stuff, especially since the Colts looked awful at Pittsburgh, by far the best game Pittsburgh's defense has played this season. And it was very, very impressive. And it had nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers. It was all defense. They only had, 4 turnovers coming in, and they forced 6. I can't remember what it was.
Right.
But it just shows Kansas City losing at Buffalo like they always do in regular season. So it was a great, exciting weekend, just like in college football.
Yeah, and John, to further your point on that, I mean, we see such bad quarterback play around the National Football League. It was fun to watch the Chiefs and the Bills and to see 2 offenses up and down the field. It came down to the final play of the game. And it's just like, that's exciting. And we don't get this. You're not getting Houston. We're not getting Nashville. So when you get to see it, and you talk about Sam Darnold last night as well, I mean, that's really fun football to watch, especially yesterday. I thought the Bills and Chiefs game was an excellent football game yesterday.
Joe, it could be a preview of the AFC Championship game again. And the Bills always win in regular season, and the Chiefs always win in the playoffs. And right now, I'm not so sure Denver doesn't have a better team than the Chiefs, at least on defense. That is a great race. And the team, to me, that is lurking as a Super Bowl contender is the Rams. Matt Stafford threw 4 touchdown passes for the second time. They won handily. They just so balanced. And my preseason NFC team, Detroit, getting beat like that at home, I'm not so sure the Rams are not the best team in the NFC right now.
That's a good point, John. Every time we come on, we got to talk about Vrabel. I love reading about him because they've all bought in. That entire team is bought into what he's doing. They're 7-2. They got a huge game this Sunday versus Tampa, John. But again, you've talked about it time and time again. Having a quarterback, you can take you as far as you want. Drake May is a pretty damn good quarterback.
He is, and let's be honest, though, they're capitalizing on a really, really inferior schedule. And they beat Buffalo in Buffalo. That's their signature victory. But this crap about Drake May being an MVP candidate, give me a break. But I think it would be great. That next game, New England and Buffalo, is going to be in Foxborough. It's going to be cold. That might be one of the games of the year in the AFC. Right now, you're talking about Coach of the Year. Vrabel would be the favorite. Shane Steichen would be probably second, but the Colts were 8-9 last year, and I think the Patriots won 4 games. And the fact that Mike's in his first season, I think he's going to have a total collapse, or he's going to be Coach of the Year.
John, Mike McDonald, the job in Seattle. I mean, I was reading his on the road. I mean, the guy is a road warrior. They don't lose on the road. Last night, that was fun watching that offense click, and that defense likes to hit people and tackle, John. Is Seattle a sleeping giant?
Absolutely, Seattle's a sleeping giant. McDonald was 10-7 last year, but they did not make the playoffs. But to me, he kind of came out of nowhere with the Ravens and is a defensive coordinator, and then boom, the Seahawks hired him as head coach. And I'm like, man, he must have blown them away. And he hired Clint Kubiak as his new offensive coordinator, and Clint is doing a great job. And it's just amazing how Sam Darnold keeps doing what he's doing. But next, he'll have to do it in the playoffs, and he stinks it up in the playoffs for them the way he did Minnesota. A lot of bloom's going to be off that rose, but right now, Sam Darnold's playing as well as anybody not named Matthew Stafford.
John McClain is with us. You think Clint's close to being a head coach?
I do. I thought that last year when in his first 2 games with New Orleans, they won in both. They scored over 40 in both games. And then they started getting injuries across the board, and they never recovered. And he had several offers. The Texans wanted him to come here 2 years ago when D'Amico was a rookie and kind of work with Bobby Slowick, who was going to be the play caller, but he got a job calling plays with the Saints. And right now he's in a good spot. And I believe what Sam Darnold and the Seahawks can help Clint Kubiak follow in the footsteps of his father, Gary, and be a head coach. And Clay, the offensive coordinator for the 49ers, I think he is also destined to be a head coach.
Are there some names out there that you've kind of thought of that maybe the Titans or Titans fans are not thinking of that they should?
Oh, I think they're going to be thinking of everybody. I thought, okay, I threw John Gruden out there for you guys just because I think it'd be great to be talking on the talk shows about John Gruden because he's such a character and he would get people really fired up. Don't know if Baganzi and Brinker would be interested in hiring a strong guy like him. I thought about Mike McCarthy. If you look at McCarthy's record, you know, he's got a great record and he's coached some great quarterbacks and had won 3 years in a row with the Cowboys. And I think of Clint Kubiak, who's called plays now for 2 or 3 teams. He's an up-and-coming offensive coordinator, but the one that everybody talks about, and it wouldn't surprise me, is Arthur Smith. It just seems like it would be such a natural fit, and I'm guessing today people would like that idea more than they were the previous week.
John, as you look at, we talk about the Bengals and the AFC North, and it's tough, the Browns, Steelers, all those teams. But, I mean, Zach Taylor, 6 years now, and he got rid of his defensive coordinator in the offseason. He's got a new one. And the talking amongst the locker room, I'm reading, guys are starting to chirp at each other. It's not a good situation, is it, right now for Zach Taylor?
It is not, and he's got a great excuse that Joe Burrow is out again. If Joe Burrow was there, would they be competing for the division championship? I don't think they would fire Zach Taylor. I'd never understood why he fired Anarumo, his defensive coordinator, who's looked at as one of the best in the NFL, was hired by the Colts and is doing a terrific job with the Colts. So he's made some bad decisions. Now, he's another example. Guy never called plays, and then he got a chance to be head coach, call plays, and they go to the Super Bowl. And I wonder, though, how much of that was Joe Burrow. And it's amazing, isn't it? Super Bowl coaches, Super Bowl winners, always have a top quarterback. Very seldom do you see a Trent Dilfer who won a Super Bowl or a Brad Johnson who won a Super Bowl. Most of the time, the great coach has a great quarterback.
That is true. John, the Dolphins traded Jalen Phillips to the Eagles to add to their already 30 players who are excellent. The Eagles, kind of not your favorite, but, I mean, they just seem to add so many great players to this football team that I think come December and January, they just might be unstoppable, John.
Allie Roseman is a terrific general manager. Remember when Chip Kelly was hired as a head coach and got all the power? How he had to move to an office down in the corner. It was like a closet. Then when Kelly was out, they put him back and let him have his power back, and he's done a tremendous job. He's not afraid to trade picks. He knows they want to win now. They needed a pass rusher. I think that is a great move. And if you're Phillips and you're going from that cesspool in South Florida to the defending Super Bowl champion, you don't even need a plane to get there.
Right.
He is John McClain, joins us every Monday at 2. John, appreciate it as always. We'll talk to you next week.
Guys, it was my pleasure. Thank you very much, and I hope you guys have a great week.
You too. John McClain joins us every Monday at 2 to react to the NFL weekend. We'll have more on that, including some things said at the Titans today here on 102.5 The Game.
Okay. Now, before I execute this order, are you sure you understand the risks of stock ownership?
Absolutely.
We're in the money. We're in the money.
You heard the monkey. Make the trade.
Jason Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Monday. Is that a preview of what the Titans do in the next 24 hours?
Let's hope so.
Is Homer running the team?
Feels like it.
Yeah, absolutely. I just can't believe there's not been more chatter today about something along these lines about the team.
Joe, you know how this works.
I know, but
3:01 p.m. is when.
But usually it leaks out. Something says something, or there's something
No, I
going
know,
on.
but they
and
know that we're on right now, so they're going to wait and make sure that it leaks out at 3:01 p.m.
It always happens that way.
We're going to be in the car driving back, and they'll be.
Bud Adams died like at 9:08. We
Yeah.
got there at 9, and then George Jones died like, all right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. And then like breaking news, George Jones had passed away.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. But you'd usually be like, hey, there's rumors that so-and-so are interested. But, taking calls on Ridley, I mean, who would want him? And you got to take that contract, right? At least most of the contract.
Yeah.
If you could ship Ripley off and that contract.
Ripley?
Who did I say? Yeah, believe it or not, Ripley, get the hell out of town. Ridley, get rid of Ridley. There we go. If you could get rid of him, would you get rid of him for a 7th rounder if that contract went with him?
Yes.
Heck yeah, you would.
Would you? Okay, so I'm going to give Derek credit on this because and I don't know if they ended up talking about it on their show or not, but we kind of were talking about this by the water cooler the other day. If you're the Titans, do you call Miami and say, hey, we'll give you Ridley, we'll take Tyreek Hill's contract for the rest of the year. He's hurt. He's not playing. And then get a draft pick out of him too.
No.
I don't think there's no way in hell that they would do that.
That's like two hobos calling each other, hey, can I have your bologna sandwich? I'll give you my ham sandwich.
Yeah.
There's no
swap and spit, basically.
Why would you waste time to call? No. If some team calls you up and say, Seattle, hey, we want Ridley for a 7th rounder, sure.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Take the contract or a large part of this contract and get rid of. Yes. Then trade Simmons and get draft capital, and that contract's gone. Get rid of Snead. I don't think you might have Snead, but just build that, man, and then get capital, get extra money, and build that way. You don't have to sign the top free agent. You can sign 5 free agents. They don't have to be all pro, all world. Just come in here and they fit perfectly with your football team.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's so much. This organization is so bad. I don't know where you start. Got to start somewhere, but I don't know where you start, man.
I don't know where you start either. I mean, they're just
you
said, they're
right.
awful.
I'm getting tagged again in all these questions that I asked Morganti and Brinker about the Super Bowl. Every Monday.
You know you have to do that again next year, right?
I've done it as much as
they're going to see you and go, if they're smart, like if they're smart, the PR smart, they'll let you ask the first. They'll be like, all right, Joe, we know you got the question.
Yeah. They have no idea who I am. I could.
Oh, they do.
I could stand over there and I was going to say something, but I'm not going to do it. They don't know who I am, which is fine. But it's like every Monday I get tagged in this. Like Joe knew. I didn't know anything. I just wanted to hear their answer because you go through all season.
Yeah,
you were parts.
You were an idiot when you first asked it.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, with the team you put on the field tomorrow, the team win the Super Bowl. And if not, why? Tell us. These are grown men over there. If you're worried about your player getting his feelings hurt, then you are in the wrong business.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think everybody's worried about that now. It's like, oh, we have to be sensitive. We can't hurt little Johnny's feelings.
Well, that's just a terrible way to approach things. Big time.
We can't do it.
Can't do it.
You got to
man.
be nice to little Johnny.
Well, those guys don't know as far as if you're worried about hurting your players' feelings, and that it's something on another level. And so that's it. Just got to deal with it. Luckily, we get a bye this week. We don't have to worry about it. And then
that's why we're going to Key West.
gee, we're getting out of town. It's either sit around here and drink or go to Key West. We'd rather go to Key West
and drink.
Go down there. Just kind of live it down there, man. What's happening, man?
All right, so let's play this game. Is Calvin Ridley on the roster tomorrow?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Is Tavondre Sweat on the roster tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't think they trade anybody now.
So
we would have heard something.
You think McCreary was the last one?
Yeah, we would have heard something. A little. Rossini had a report, but I think she's just got to throw that out there anyway. But we would have heard a little so like, hey, I think the Bears are interested, or some teams interested. We've heard nothing. Nothing. And I hope I'm wrong. I really do, man. Because I think a lot of these guys.
I don't think you're going to be, but I think you're going to be right.
Which would be something different for once.
Yeah, well, you know.
But I mean, they got a real shot at going 1-16, being the worst football team ever. Ever. I know the Lions in 08 were the 0-16.
Yeah, but
what if the team goes 1-16 and they're worse statistically than that? But then I guess you still say, well, the Lions didn't win a game. But so then the Titans are right underneath them for this 25 team. And did we think it would be this bad?
No, I don't think. I think we thought they would take steps towards improvement, but they have taken steps in the wrong direction.
And now we just need to look at them like, all right, what's going to happen when the Texans come in 2 weeks? I mean, they got 3 more home games and hit the road. They got the Chiefs coming in here in late December. They got to go play the 49ers. I mean, these games could be just awful. But I don't think there's any blowouts anymore in the National Football League. And there's not going to be a 56-0 game like you see in.
What do you think about what John was saying though? Do you sit him for a game or two?
No.
I don't. I don't see that.
No. I think you could take him out of a game in the third or the fourth if it's going really bad. But I think he needs to bring the team out every single game.
Yeah, he needs live reps.
Yeah.
I just really feel like that's the only way.
And we talked about this in the preseason. Like, he did not play into the second quarter any.
Yeah.
You know, we wanted to see him lead a team. Even Tim Hasselbeck agreed with us. I mean, he wanted to see him lead a team out of the huddle into the second half, or out of the locker room into the second half, and see what we could do. We didn't do that. I mean, so I'm not sure what Brian Callahan was doing over there. So now, again.
They aren't either.
Yeah. What do you think he's doing? Look, I don't mean this in a mean way.
He's right over there at the slots.
But every Sunday for the last 15 years in the fall, he was in a football game.
Yeah.
And now you're not there. How do you?
I don't know.
How do you approach that? I mean, what's different? I mean, you don't want to sit at home and watch the game. I mean, that's a whole new world for you. So that's pretty eye-opening when you're out of the game like that, and immediately when you're so used to being around a team or on the road at a stadium on Sundays in the fall.
I don't know, man. It's a great question, but I just think now he's probably just chilling and less stressed out.
I don't know, man. But I think that burning desire will never go.
Yeah, and look, he'll end up with a team next year as an assistant, whether, he probably won't have a coordinator title, but, he'll go and coach quarterbacks or something.
Another question we could have done one day is what did Vrabel call and say to Callahan? Remember Callahan got fired. They said Vrabel called him.
Probably called him and said, something I can't say on the radio.
I was going to say, so about Amy Adams, what do we have here?
So did she show up to fire you, or did she have Burke do it too?
Just tell you brighter days are ahead, or make sure you have the routing number for your deposit when she gives you that, when she pays you for everything that goes on.
Yeah. I mean, that dude's getting paid to do nothing now.
Yeah, right.
Just like Hugh Freeze.
And ran. Yeah, Hugh Freeze. You knew that wasn't going to work at Auburn. We all knew that.
No, I didn't think
that was a reach.
Look, he did a good job at Liberty. He had his good years at Ole Miss, but how much of that was cheating?
Do you know how people knew he was fired? I love SEC fan bases so much. You know how they found out he was fired? He has a standing tea time every Sunday at some country club down in Auburn, and he canceled his tea time.
So they knew.
Sunday morning, it all was he canceled his tea time, and so the joke was SEC football sleuths, detectives can solve anything.
Yeah,
anything. So when Hugh Freeze canceled his tea time, they all knew that he was done, and he was done. It's amazing.
Is that what? How do you view that job? Because they're playing. I saw a stat like they've paid $52 million in buyouts for the last 3 head coaches.
Yeah.
I mean,
Get your Yellowwood, boy.
It's just, but it's like, do they have playoff expectations, or it's you just got to beat Alabama?
Oh, that's a great question.
And I think it's it's beat Alabama.
Right. That's exactly
which
what
Guts did, and he still got fired.
Yep.
Now he didn't do it every year, but like, didn't he beat Saban more than anybody?
I think he's got does he have a winning record versus Saban? I was
might.
told
he might.
So you're always, your grass is always greener, but I think that's still a great job. That's an SEC football job. It's really good. I think all of them are. Even Dr. Crane's Mississippi State. That's a great job because it's in the SEC. You want to coach against the best, that's the best in college.
All right, I got to read this quote that just popped up on my Twitter timeline. This is from Fox Sports Knoxville. Former Tennessee quarterback Jonathan Crompton says, Josh Heupel is Tennessee's James Franklin. Quote, I'm not one to call for the coach to get fired. That's not my thing. He said on the Big Orange podcast postgame show. What I am saying is I do think Heupel is our James Franklin. He's going to win us 9 to 10 ball games a year. The odd year we'll get 11, and that's about our ceiling.
Okay. Thanks, Jonathan.
Is that kind of along the lines of what you were saying earlier?
No, he's comparing Heupel to no. Heupel to James Franklin? No.
Which it kind of feels like James Franklin's destined for Blacksburg, Virginia.
Maybe let's go to Auburn now.
Auburn could be interesting.
Where would you go? Back Blacksburg or Auburn?
Auburn.
All day long. That's what I would do. So we'll see. It's all going to play itself out.
I think everybody's going to say Lane's going to LSU. He ends up staying in Oxford. I just have this weird feeling Brian Kelly ends up at Penn State. And then Summerall probably goes to LSU or Florida. Unless he just really wants to go to Kentucky, which
it's not open.
It's not open yet.
Yep.
So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. 615-737-1025. We'll come back with what day is it and celebrity birthdays to wrap up the show. Chasing Big Joe, 1025 The Game.
All right, guys, Big Joe here, and I tell you all the time that you deserve the best in life, and where you live should be the absolute best. At Reunion Township at 109, that is the best. Resort living with the luxury you deserve, nestled perfectly between Mount Juliet and Lebanon. Man, I can't wait for you to see this property. Reunion Township on 109 has 1, 2, and 3 spacious bedroom apartment homes, complete with attached garages. State-of-the-art living and everything you need and amenities out of the world. The website, reuniontownship.com. Reuniontownship.com. And look, when you lease, you get 2 months free. 2 months free, resort living, quiet, spacious, and again, the luxury you absolutely deserve. Your job is stressful. Your life is stressful. Where you live should not be stressful. It should be perfect. And that's what you get at Reunion Township at 109. Again, the website, reuniontownship.com, reuniontownship.com. Welcome home.
Jason Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Monday. Predators back in action tonight. Max Hers will have pregame for you at 6:30. Notice it's a 30-minute later start as they're at home against Vancouver. And I'll be taking you home at the postgame show. So looking forward to that later on this evening. Appreciate Circa Sports Kentucky for having us here at the Mint at Kentucky Downs. And with that, let's get to what day is it and celebrity birthdays.
All right, first on the list, we have World Jellyfish Day. So shout out to the jellyfish.
Isn't he from Nashville?
That's Jelly Roll.
Jelly
Oh,
Roll.
my bad. My bad.
National Sandwich
My bad.
Day is today. Good sandwich. Job Action Day. Give Someone a Dollar Day. Broadcast Traffic Professionals Day. And last but not, two more, excuse me. National Housewife Day is today. And wrap it up, Cliche Day. So
Did you say broadcast traffic professional?
Yes.
Oh, well, shout out to Lakin, who I'm actually emailing right now. There we go.
I think they meant Lindsay Nance.
Oh, really? Well, shout out to her, too. She does a good job.
All right.
That's all I got.
I'm gonna take the rest of the show off. I'll see you tomorrow.
I don't think people in the real world know what traffic means in a radio station, which is very vital. It's important to us. But all right, time for celebrity birthdays. Get these within two. Our first birthday, Chase, you go first. She sang the worst rendition ever, the national anthem, Roseanne Barr.
She got canceled too. 74.
73. Well done. All right, Dr. Crane, you're up next. Actress Kate Capshaw, who is married to Steven Spielberg. And her daughter is in that terrible Rescue 911 Nashville show.
63.
It's pretty bad. 65.
72. Chase, you go now. The very funny Dennis Miller. How old is Dennis Miller?
Didn't we see him
at the Ryman many years ago?
Yeah. 74.
73.
72. We were tied at one, Mike. Going down here. Dr. Crane, you go first here. Actor Dolph Lundgren.
What's he in?
Rocky 4, pal.
If he dies, he dies. The
gonna-
Expendables.
Yeah, I'm going to go 67.
72.
68. Dr. Crane's up 2-1. Like that here. Who else we got here? How old is model and TV personality? Chase, you get to go on this one. Kendall Jenner.
38.
34.
30. Dr. Crane, you go get there now. Dr. Crane, you get to go now. One of the top radio personalities of all time, Shadow Stevens.
62.
72.
79. Chase, you get to go. Singer Adam Ant. And he married a Tennessee girl. Adam Ant. How old is he today?
44.
48.
71.
Nice.
Dr. Crane, you get to go now. Phil Simms.
Oh, boy. Phil Simms is got to be pushing 70, right?
Are you asking me?
70.
73.
70 exactly. Dr. Crane's up 4-1. All right, here we go. Time for the sports birthdays now. Chase, you get to go. Larry
Phil
Holmes.
Simms wasn't a sports birthday. All right.
No, he's on the celebrity list.
Okay.
Different. I'm just going by the list,
Yeah,
pal.
just whatever.
Larry Holmes.
67.
65.
76. Dr. Crane, former Tennessee head football coach Brady Hoke.
Brady Hoke is 44.
64.
67.
Oh.
Chase, you get to go. Chase, please get this right. He's my favorite driver of all time. How old is Derek Cope today?
68.
80.
67. It's 4-2. Dr. Crane, you get to go. The all-time famous volleyball player, Karch Karai. How old is Olympic volleyball player Karch Karai?
Oh boy, 53.
60.
65. Down to 2. Chase, you go. Darren Sharper, former Green Bay Packer.
49.
52.
50. That's 4-3 down to our last birthday. Dr. Crane, you get to go. How old today is former San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick?
Oh boy, he's
For the win, Dr. Crane.
I'm gonna go. He's got to be near 40. I'm gonna go 38.
37.
At the buzzer, Dr. Crane nailed it. Colin Kaepernick is 38. He wins 6-3. Well done, buddy.
Thank you.
Well done, Dr. Crane.
Thank you, pal.
Congratulations. That is going to do it for us. Thanks to the Circa Sports Kentucky and the Mint for having us today. We're in studio tomorrow.
Yeah, we are. We're in studio tomorrow. Hey, listen, we made it through the time change. I know that depresses a lot of people out there, but we're finding gratitude in our journey every single day. To our men out there, God bless you. I'm so proud that you're here and you're with us every day. We talk about journeys all the time. Your journey is a beautiful journey. Know that. Stop comparing your journeys to anybody else's journey. Find the gratitude, find the love. If you need to reach out, we're always here for you. Please text us, call us. We will stop what we're doing and talk to you, because reaching out, talking to someone can change your life. We love you so much. Remember this, more importantly, more than anything else in the world, God loves you.
Amen to that. Peace, love, rock and roll. DVD coming your way with full Titans reaction, full football weekend reaction. And we'll set you up for the Preds and the Canucks as well, live at Bridgestone Arena. That is all ahead. Coming up next, and we're back at it tomorrow at noon, right here on 102.5 The Game.